What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and I love to talk about all things Peloton, cycling, and fitness. Although today is none of those things. It will be a travel vlog in Maui, Hawaii. I'm here with my boyfriend Chris. But be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos. I post every single Sunday. And yeah, we're in Maui, Hawaii. We were very lucky. This was kind of a last minute trip. We planned it probably like a month or two ago because Chris had a break in his medical school schedule, and if you ever know anybody that's in medical school, you have to take advantage of any break that they get. They do not get breaks very often. So we decided to come back to Hawaii because we absolutely loved Oahu. Chris did a medical rotation here in January, and I have a bunch of vlogs from that, but we wanted to try out a new island just because we don't know if he will be on the West Coast for residency. So, you know, living in LA, this is like the best time for us to go to Hawaii, but I'm very excited. We got here yesterday on Sunday. We flew out of New York Friday night, got into LA like really early morning Saturday, had a day of reset in LA, and then flew to Maui. So we are slightly jet lagged, but we are pushing through it. It is just after 8 a.m. right now. Our Airbnb, which I'll show you guys later, is in Kihei, which is kind of like the west of the island, like kind of in the middle, like not north south, just like in the middle. And we're driving up to Whalers Village right now, which is kind of in the northwest region of Maui. And yesterday we just like got dinner, we went to the beach that was near our Airbnb, we just chilled out, long travel day. But today we are ready to go at it. We have a very jam-packed schedule. The first thing we're gonna do is go to Island Vintage Coffee. I absolutely love their acai bowls. I'm not sure if we're gonna go there for coffee or somewhere else. I think their coffee is like kind of mid, but the acai bowls are very good. So that's gonna be our breakfast, and I'm very, very hungry right now because jet lag. And then after that, we're gonna go on a hike, we're gonna go to the beach, and we're going ATVing today. So many things on the schedule, but I'll see you guys when we get our food and coffee to kick off the day. I found this place called Island Press Coffee with good reviews. That's very close to Island Vintage Coffee. So we're gonna go here for coffee and try it out. So what'd you get?
A Hawaiian honey latte.
Decaf.
Decaf, yep.
Chris is a decaf man.
Pretty good. You get to taste the honey.
Let me try it. Interesting. Yeah, you can taste the honey. It's good. And I got a pour over. I got a mocha pour over. It was grown in Maui, which was my main reason for getting it. I will say it was $10, so very, very expensive. But, you know, I already tasted a little bit just to see if I wanted to add milk and sugar. I thought it was already pretty sweet, so I just added some cream. But yeah, I like it. I just don't think it's like amazing, but it is pretty good pour over. And they did make it like right in front of you, which was nice. But when I ordered, the woman is like, you know this is coffee, right? Or like she's like, yeah, it's like not a latte. And I'm like, yes, I know what a pour over is. But I guess, I don't know, maybe young people don't order pour overs a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like
it look like a sophisticated coffee drinker.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in San Francisco pour overs are kind of popular, but yeah, I'm like, yes, I know. But usually I would drink a latte.
It has a really nice like roasted flavor.
Chris is a fan.
No, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I mean, I've never had a bad pour over from a coffee shop. Like pour overs are usually good and they make it so fresh. But yeah, Chris's latte is good. The problem is like any decaf latte, the coffee flavor is just not strong enough for me.
Yeah. But
Chris is not addicted to caffeine like I am. So who's the real winner here? Like a 2-minute drive later and we're at Whalers Village. So we're just here for Island Vintage Coffee and then also Lululemon because they have like special Maui clothes. We made it.
Whoa. They put a lot of almond butter on here.
I got the cacao Moana bowl. I'm so excited. This is the one I always got in Oahu, and I've been thinking about this acai bowl since we left Oahu. And Chris got an almond butter papaya bowl. I used to get this with yogurt, but it appears there's a lot of almond butter in there, and Chris loves almond butter, so let's go. First bite. I don't know what they put in their base here, but the base is just so good compared to like any other acai place. And I also make acai bowls at home, and I just cannot perfect the base like they have. First bite. Let me try a little. The papaya bowl is also very good. Throwback. Damn. I love papaya bowls. Literally devoured that acai bowl, and now I'm almost done with my coffee. This coffee is also grown on me the more I drink it. It just tastes better and better. But good breakfast. I'm happy now that I have some caffeine and some food. I did not get anything from Lululemon, but Chris found these. What kind of short are they?
Pace breaker short, 7-inch inseam.
And this is what you like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that worked
And that
out.
was the perfect size, only size medium. That was not a weird color.
Yeah, no, those are nice shorts. I did not get anything here. It was very picked over. So we actually went to the other Lululemon. Where's the other Lululemon on this island? Waiʻānapanapa yesterday, because it was like we needed to kill some time between when we landed and when we could check into our Airbnb. I swear we did not just plan to just go to like all the Lululemons the first like 24 hours we were here. But we also didn't know if it was like you buy the item and then they will like put the screen print on it, or if you just bought the screen print items. So we wanted to go early in our stay. So we went yesterday, and yeah, basically both times just very picked over, especially since I'm a size 6 in bottoms and like a size 6 or 8 in tops, and I feel like that's a really popular size range. So even here, like a lot of size 0 stuff was in stock. Here there were 25-inch inseam lines with the Hawaii print on the back, and size 6. But I got them yesterday at the other Lululemon, so we didn't need them, and then everything else, like they had no size 6s. After a slow morning, we are finally ready to do our first activity, which is a hike. It's already like 10:45. Everything just takes longer than you think once you're doing it, but we're ready. We're doing Kapalua Coastal Trail, and we had to like park on the side of the road. In this area, there's so many resorts, and then obviously there's like not great parking for people that aren't at the resorts, which I understand, but wow, this is like very, very resort heavy area. So yeah, I'm excited. I think this should be a pretty easy hike. It's only 2.5 miles out and back, so we should be able to do this in like under an hour. But I think we're ready. Just put on sunscreen, even though it's very overcast. Rain is just like constantly in the forecast, so we'll see. Like it's like just like 10% chance of rain at all times, but it's really nice out, like it's warm, so far it hasn't been bad. This trail is definitely more walk vibes than hike vibes, but yeah, it is nice. We are like on the ocean, but you also get to see like all these resorts behind us, so we'll see. Kind of, it kills the nature vibe, but the views are very pretty. We're now more in the nature part of the hike.
Still not fully.
We're not sure. I guess this is the end. We came from this direction, and now this just leads up to the road. This leads to the beach. And then these are like people's houses, so I guess we're turning back. We finished the hike or walk, I don't know what to call it, but it was pretty good. Like at first you're really near the hotels, but then you kind of go closer to the cliffs, and we really moseyed around. There's a lot of opportunities to kind of like walk around the rocks, which is cool. Now it's already like 12:10, so we're just gonna chill out at this beach. Originally we were gonna go to a different beach, but we have to be at ATVing at like 3, or it starts at 3. So we'll probably leave this beach around 2. So we only have a little bit, but I'm excited to go in the water. I'm very sweaty.
Yep, it's hot.
Yeah, even though it's raining a little bit. It's not so much hot that it's just humid.
Yeah.
Very, very humid. We got to the beach and we put on more sunscreen because the sun just like really came out in full force now, but then we immediately went in because now it's very hot, especially with the sun beating down. But the water is so nice. Like it's such a good temperature, very refreshing without it being freezing cold. And it's so pretty here. And the water's so clear, it's so nice. It is a nice bay. I think it's just called Kapalua Bay, but a lot of people go snorkeling here. We do not have the time to do that today. It is nice. It is a little crowded though. We actually left the beach at like 1:30 because we realized we wanted to eat before our ATV tour. What's this place called, Chris?
Ribs and rotisserie, something like that.
We both got Loco Mocos. That's like right next to the ATV place, so time to eat. We devoured this in like 10 minutes. We were hungry. That lunch was really good actually. I feel like for me, it's the mac salad that's the true indicator. Like a lot of mac salads I do not like because I think they're not like flavorful enough, but this one I thought had a really good flavor to it. And then Chris's thing is just Loco Moco, which makes sense. I feel like that's more a lot of people's thing, and he really liked it. I liked it too, but I feel like I'm less picky. But yeah, there were 2 patties, so it was big, and the gravy was a good flavor. Just overall, very good lunch, but very heavy lunch, and we ate it very fast. So gonna be in a minor food coma, but we're going to our ATV thing. And it's at Maui Off-Road Adventures, which is literally like a minute away, which is good because we're supposed to be there at 2:30 and it's 2:28 right now, so we're pushing the time, but it'll be fine. And it's a half hour before our tour starts, so I think that there'll still be a ton of time. We are here about to check in, just put sunscreen on. This place is like interesting. It was hard to see. It was kind of off the beaten path. And the rain is back. I don't know what happened because it was like the 2 hours we were at the beach, it was so hot and sunny. And then like as soon as we leave the beach, the rain comes back.
Well, it's good
but
timing.
yeah, and we're breaking out the GoPro for this one. So time to get some good footage. This is our ride. We are ready. These helmets are pretty intense. Let's go. Chris is going to be our first driver. I think there's pros and cons to driving. Basically, if you're driving, it's harder to look around, so we're going to take turns. We are very dusty.
Yeah.
There's 2 stops, so this is the first stop. We drove for like 25 minutes. It's pretty intense. This is what we look like right when we stop. Like, look how dirty we are.
And my shirt.
Oh yeah, no, my shirt's like disgusting too. Okay, time to like wash off my face.
The cars are. That's about a 6-year-old elite.
Time for me to drive. Chris is attempting to get clean. We are done ATVing and man, we are so dirty. We're just going to stop at a place to get poke and then bring it home because the place near here is like highly rated. Where are we going?
Maui Fish Market.
Yeah, so excited for that. When I came to Hawaii in January, I like looked it up and it said that you shouldn't eat raw fish more than like 3 times a week because, I don't know, something with like bacteria maybe. And I've decided this week we do not care. We're just gonna eat poke like every single day because they're only here for like 7 days. So gotta take advantage. We had poke yesterday, we're having poke today, we'll probably have poke tomorrow. And we're just trying to eat like the best poke places that Maui has to offer. So I'm very, very excited. But the ATVing was really cool. We also did ATV in Oahu, and I definitely say the Oahu one was better views and less focus on ATVing. Like you were ATVing, but you were ATVing for the views. While this, you were ATVing to ATVing, and there was just like some views, but not a ton. It was mostly ATVing and a lot of dust. So dirty. But I thought it was pretty fun. Chris liked the Oahu one more. I mean, the Oahu one had really cool views, but this was still cool. I would do it. If you do this, I would highly, highly recommend bringing a bandana to cover your face. Our faces were so dirty because we did not know.
And a towel.
Yeah. We're also going to be so dirty going into this poke place. Like, I'm just covered in dirt, but our hands are clean and hopefully we won't really have to touch anything. It's also only like 5 right now, so I'm not super, super hungry. So it kind of works out. We can just pick this up, bring it home, shower, and then eat. It was also a really interesting ATV tour. Most of the area that we were on was like old pineapple plantations, and the pineapple plantations just like completely destroyed Hawaii basically. Like there was plastic all over the place that they had used to grow the pineapples, and then they just like left it there. And it's just really like sad that that happened to Hawaii and that people from America just like came in and destroyed so much of the natural land here. But they're working on replanting the native plants to Hawaii, so that's like the upside, but it's still very like sad how destroyed the land is. Well, never mind on that. I guess this place is closed. Or do you think they just ran out of poke for the day?
Ran out of poke today, probably.
That's crazy because it is 5:15 right now on a Monday during off season and they run out of poke. I don't know, but we're just gonna go to a different poke place near our Airbnb. Poke place number 2. What's it called?
I think South Maui Fishing Company.
We're still so dirty. I'm ready to be at home. We got home like a half hour ago after picking up dinner and we just showered immediately because we were so dirty. Feeling cleaner now, but still I feel like I could take a whole nother shower. I still feel like there's low-key a layer of grime on me. But this poke place was also a huge L because we got there and we were waiting in line. The line was long and I'm like looking around and I'm like, Chris, this is weird because nobody's eating poke here. Like they're all eating grilled fish. And Chris is like, oh, it's fine. Like they sell other food here. And I'm like, okay. So we get to the front of the line and he's like, yeah, we're out of poke. And he said that today was one of the lightest catches of the year and that they only got 88 pounds of poke, which they sold out in like within the first hour of opening, like at lunchtime. So we really missed the boat on that one, and that must be why the other one was closed. But at that point, we're just like, okay, like we just have to get dinner. It's so sad because I was ready to eat poke every day of this trip, but we got grilled mahi-mahi from like the same stand. It does look very good. So this is the spread, some tartar sauce, some slaw. Like it looks good. I'm excited to eat it. Chris is already eating because he's a little hungry. How is it?
Tasty.
That's good. And then we also got these seltzers because the poke place that we went last night was also a liquor store. So we're like, cool, we can pick up some liquor. How is your seltzer? What'd you get? Dragon fruit?
Let me take a sip. Pretty good.
Time to try mine, acai. This tastes like cough medicine to me. You try it? And let me try yours. This one also has cough medicine vibes.
Oh yeah, yours tastes a lot like cough medicine. Mine doesn't taste like cough medicine.
All right, let's try this mahi mahi. It's already like 7:15 because it also took a long time. Since every single person was ordering grilled fish at this place, it took way longer than when people order poke because someone has to grill the fish. Yeah, this is pretty good. That makes me feel a little bit better. But still sad there is no poke, but this is the rest of our night. After this, we're gonna lay in bed. I also got a little bit of sun today, which is upsetting because I put on sunscreen like 4 times. So we can only hope tomorrow will be a better day. But I don't think it'll be like too bad of a burn, so it's okay. But yeah, it's pretty much the rest of the night you're looking at. It is now the next morning. It's just before 7 a.m. We woke up at like 5:30 a.m. because we went to bed at 9. So that's kind of on us, but in our defense, we were very tired last night. And then we kind of just like chilled for a while. But then I was like, I'm getting very hungry because I'm still somewhat jet lagged. So we left our Airbnb at like 6:30ish and drove to this coffee place near us. It is called Kraken Coffee and it has good reviews. I got a mocha wow, which was a white chocolate mocha with macadamia nut syrup as well. And Chris got, what was your thing called?
Akea latte.
And the description was like caramel, but they're like deep creamy caramel, and they're very, very sweet, but they are good. I do like a sweet treat every once in a while. For like a month last year, I only ordered white mochas like everywhere I went, so this is reminiscent of that, my white mocha phase. So now we're going to a breakfast place that's like right next to our Airbnb called the Cinnamon Place. And it is just a bunch of cinnamon buns. So we're really getting a nice sugar bomb right at 7 a.m. And today we're hitting the road to Hana. So we're gonna go back to our Airbnb after we eat breakfast, but then we are getting ready to head out for the day. The line at 7 a.m. This looks delicious. I'm so excited. It's gonna be a lot of sugar, and we got cream cheese icing as well. Beautiful. All right, time to dig in. First bite. Very good. What do you think, Chris?
It's pretty good, quite sweet.
Yeah. Okay, time to eat the rest. So good, but so much sugar. Can't wait for the sugar crash in like 30 minutes.
Sad.
But it was worth it. We are now on our way to Road to Hana. We're doing a self-guided tour. What's the app called?
Gypsy.
Yeah, Chris looked into it. There are like a bunch of tour groups that you can go on, but a lot of them were like a one-day thing, and then it would be like, I don't know, like a 16-hour tour. And we actually went to Vegas earlier this year and did a 16-hour tour because I really wanted to see the Grand Canyon. And you know, we saw the Grand Canyon, but it was a very tiring day, and we decided that we'd rather just split this over 2 days and have like a chiller 2 days rather than having one day of literal just complete grind. So that's what we're doing. Hopefully it'll go out well. I think this app is really highly rated, so I think it'll be fine. And shout out to Chris for always driving. Also, I'm attempting to wear a hat today to give my face more protection from the sun. Because the sunburn like faded already, but still, I really don't want to get any more sunburn on this trip.
Alright friends, let's just keep in one of the 2 lanes that keep going straight ahead here.
This app is pretty cool. So essentially, I tried to show before, but there's a bunch of points and it can tell by your GPS where you are, and like as soon as you pass a point it starts talking to you. So we're in Paia right now, which is the last like town before we really hit like road to Hana, and then there's not a ton of things to stop at, or like there's a lot of things to stop at, there's not a lot of stores. So we're just getting gas right now. We had like 2/3 of a tank, but I was like, no, we should just get gas because like we're never gonna regret it even if we don't use it, because we'll just use it later. Like it's better to just be prepared. And they suggested that we get food for lunch. That app said there used to be vendors, but they closed because of COVID-19, but I think some have opened, so we're just gonna, you know, go and hope we don't starve. I don't really want to get like some lunch here because first off, nothing's gonna be open. It's only 9 a.m. And yeah, I think Chris has looked and seems like there are some food places along the way. We just got to our first stop of Twin Falls and it's raining outside, so this will be a nice hike. And the person told us that the waterfalls were flooded, so we can't swim in them. But honestly, it's okay because it's kind of nice to not get like super dirty right at the beginning of the day too. And we are going to go swimming later because we have a reservation for the Black Sand Beach. So yeah, let's go hike and see these flooded waterfalls. And parking was $10. They let you go to the waterfalls for free, but they do charge you for parking.
Capitalism.
Yeah, I gotta love it. It is slightly muddy. It is also still raining and a little cold. But my hat, which I thought was going to protect me from the sun, is protecting me from the rain on the bright side. I think the rain makes it more aesthetic. What do you think?
It's muddy.
Interesting tree. Lots of cool plants and wildlife. Some different views. And the sun has come out, yay, although it's still kind of raining. It's warm again, we're happy. First stop done. We're leaving the parking lot. I thought it was worth stopping. We were probably only there for like 20 to 30 minutes, but the waterfalls were cool. It would have been cool if we could have swum in them, but they did look a little dirty as well. It is a very pretty drive, lots of greenery, and very swervy. I'm happy Chris is driving. We are now stopping for coconuts. We got the coconut. Do a taste test.
Tasty. Very fresh.
So much better than the canned coconut water we've been drinking. Taking our coconut on the road just because there is very limited parking here, and you know, we don't want to block anyone from getting the coconuts, but this coconut was $10, which is pretty much what I expected. Our next pit stop is Kalamahina. I don't know, that's probably not pronounced right, State Park. We're here for a bathroom break, and then apparently there's some nice views according to the guide. And we want to enjoy the rest of our coconut because it's kind of hard for Chris to drink the coconut when he's going around sharp turns constantly. Our next stop that we just got off at is a Arboretum, and it's free, which is nice because there's another garden that you had to pay to go into, but we skipped it. And the guide really hyped it up. It said it was one of his must stops and that we would see a lot of different cool Hawaiian vegetation. So yeah, I'm excited. This is rainbow eucalyptus, which is pretty cool and pretty tall. Although it's sad people like carve stuff into the trees, like why? There's no need, but the tree itself is pretty cool. What do you think?
I see many colors.
Yep. Interesting plant. Not exactly sure what these are and why so many of them are dead, but the bloomed ones are cool. This is such a pretty area. Possibly a papaya tree. It looks like it could be. The papayas are pretty small though right now. We finished at the garden and it was actually pretty cool. Some things were labeled and then some things are not labeled, but it was definitely cool to walk around. It was free. Nice stop. Now we are stopping making stops because we're just gonna drive straight to Black Sand Beach. We do plan on coming back a second day to do more of the stops. We just have a reservation at Black Sand Beach that you have to make in advance. So we just want to get there and like make our reservation, have as much time as we need to be there because we won't be coming back to that. And then after that, we're hoping to find some lunch. So now we just need to sit back and do like a 40-minute drive. It's raining again. Hopefully this clears up before we get to the beach, but we'll see. We have made it to Waiʻānapanapa State Park, which is Black Sand Beach, and we're about to see it. There it is. It is windy up here, but wow, it's really pretty. I feel like the black sand is not that impressive, but the views are cool. We were unsure. I think you can go swimming in this, but it is cold. Like, I don't want to go swimming in this, so I guess it kind of works out because then you're not like wet for the rest of the drive either. But there's some hiking around here, and like obviously we want to go on the beach, so there's still a lot to do. There's a trail that I think walks around this beach.
I love that sound.
We found a cave. Chris thinks that it's a lava tube. It's pretty cool though. That was definitely the coolest thing we've seen so far. We just kind of hiked around, found a little cave, saw some really great views, took a ton of pictures. I'd highly recommend getting a reservation to this. It wasn't hard. I didn't have to like set an alarm or anything. I just like looked on the website a couple weeks ago and I could book for like any time. It was very open. I don't know if that's because it's October, but it was not hard to get a reservation. You just have to have one before like the day of. They don't make reservations like coming into the park. And then also make sure that you have it downloaded before you start the road to Hana because there is like no internet service. So yeah, you're basically just screwed if you don't have it. We spent about an hour there, which I feel like was a good amount of time. The reservation's for 2.5. If you were gonna swim, you would probably need more time, but we didn't want to swim, and then it started raining again, so we were like, you know what, we've seen everything. Time to go get lunch because it's just past 2. We haven't eaten lunch yet, so we're driving to a restaurant that we passed on the way here that's nearby. That's like a farm to table restaurant, but I don't really know what food they have, so we'll see when we get there, but I'm ready to eat. It's really coming down now. We're eating at Hana Farms. All they have that's like actually to prepare are salads and pizza, so we just got a salad that says it's for 2 people. And then there's like a general store, so we were gonna look and see if there are any good snacks after our healthy lunch of salad. Yummy, yummy. This was actually a surprisingly good Caesar salad. I'm happy. We just finished lunch. Lunch came out very fast and then we ate it very fast, which was great. And then we checked out the general store that was there that actually had like good looking stuff. It was mostly all sweets though, and I am still sweeted out from our breakfast, so we were like, no, it's okay. So then we were debating what to do because it is raining pretty hard. Like, we do not have rain gear, and even if you did have rain gear, it would not be that enjoyable to be outside. It's really coming down. So since we know that we're gonna come back to Road to Hana like another day that we're here, or like it doesn't really make sense to drive like closer to Hana because we know we're gonna go there like the second day. So now we're gonna drive back. If it clears up, we're gonna stop at some of the stops that we missed on the way here that we still wanted to hit. And if it doesn't clear up, then we'll just drive all the way back. It'll probably take like 2.5 hours anyways to drive back. So it's a little earlier than we thought and less time. So then our day will be longer the next time we come to Road to Hana, but I don't really know what else to do because it's raining. And I think it'll clear up and hopefully we can hit some stuff on the way back too. Pulling into K&I. Oh, donkey. It's like a peninsula where we'll be able to see the ocean.
Stop cutting our horse's hair.
Oh my gosh. The guide that Chris is using says there's like 5 must-stop places on the Road to Hana, and this is number 1 of 5, like on the way to Road to Hana, and it's the only one we've done.
No, we've done 2 now. The first one, the
second one
yeah.
was Waiʻānapanapa part.
Yeah, the black sand.
Yeah. Okay, so we've done 2. Well, that's good. Woo! The waves are pretty crazy here. That was a big one. It is now 4:30 and we are off the road to Hana. And really driving to Blackstone Beach and like in the Hana area was not that bad. Like it's very curvy, but it's kind of what you expected, and we were stopping a lot, so it like wasn't too bad. But man, driving back really took a lot out of me, and I wasn't even driving. It took a lot out of Chris. Like I don't know if we're gonna do a day 2 of Road to Hana, but now we're trying to go to Tamura's liquor store, which they also sell poke. We got it on Sunday. We wanted to go back to the place that we were at last night, but we're worried that we will get there too late and there won't be poke left. And then we're worried that if we go there first and then go to Tamura's, that there won't be poke left at Tamura's. So we're just gonna try to lock in on this liquor store poke. It is very good, so if we could get it for dinner, I would be very excited. So we'll see, fingers crossed, because 2 days without poke will be very sad. Yay. I'm so happy they had poke. We're gonna eat it at home, but I'm very excited. I am so ready to devour this poke. We just got a full pound of fresh ahi shoyu. That's my favorite. That's this, so good. And then we tried this fresh ahi tamura sauce, which we asked and it's just oyster sauce. Chris ate most of it. I just tried 1 piece, but
Tasty.
But not as good as the regular shoyu, right?
Not as good, but it's still very good.
Or change. Trying something new. We just ate dinner real fast. It was very, very tasty. Glad that I got some poke in this vlog because there hasn't been enough poke in this trip yet, sadly. But now that we're home and we've discussed it, we have realized that our Road to Hana journey ends today, that we will not be going back tomorrow or like any time for the rest of this trip. That was the plan at first, and there's definitely stuff that we didn't get to see that we're just not going to get to see. But the drive is just so long and it's so curvy, and I feel like on the way there it wasn't bad because we were stopping a lot, but then on the way back, like, I was completely dead and I wasn't even driving. So definitely really cool. Like I would recommend going to it if you are in Maui. Like it's a once in a lifetime experience, but I also feel like it gets repetitive. Like you see a lot of similar things, like a lot of waterfalls, a lot of like pretty nature views, but they're all kind of similar. But we only saw some of the things that they recommended, so obviously take what we say with a grain of salt. But my biggest tip would be to definitely bring rain gear. I did not even think about that going on the trip, and the rain, the weather, it's different like than the location that we're in right now, which makes sense since it was like a 2.5 hour drive. But yeah, just bring rain gear, bring a sweater, like keep it in your car, it'll be fine. Do you have any tips, Chris?
Well, my tip is if you're using the Gypsy guide, what you should do is, and if you're planning to do this in one day, just stop at the major stops when you're going to Hana. And on the way back, if you have time and you're not tired, then you can stop at those smaller stops. I feel like, as Emma said earlier, there's a lot of redundancy. Like, even the very beginning, there are waterfalls that a lot of people stop at, but you can tell that as you went further and further along, like, less and less people were stopping at the stops because people were getting tired, and you basically just saw the same, like, nature-y waterfall vibes over and over again. So stop at like the main points that the app tells you to stop at, and if you're not using the app, plan ahead at where you want to stop, and don't try to dilly and dally too much at other places because it's a really long drive. You can really lose track of time.
Yeah, I feel like with the Gypsy app, like we did not plan well enough for this. We kind of just went in it, and like the point of that app is it's supposed to be able to help you, like, and you don't need to plan. But then it was overwhelming because like every 5 minutes the guy is like, oh, like you can stop to do this and you can stop to do that, and like at the beginning we were just stopping way too much essentially, and then we realized we were going to miss our like Black Sand Beach reservation, so then we had to like zoom to the beach, and then we just went all the way home. And yeah, we just didn't plan that well, but the views were cool.
Yeah,
overall it was a good experience. I'm glad we did it, but definitely want a chiller day tomorrow. These last 2 days have been a grind. So with that, I'm pretty much gonna wrap up the vlog here. I did want to show you guys my Lululemon Maui leggings that I got, in case if you were curious. What store did we get these at?
The shops at Waiʻānapanapa.
This was the first day that we got in, and it's just the Hawaii Islands, like on the back. These are Align leggings, size 6, and they have them in stock, and they're rainbow print. Compared to Whalers Village, all of the stuff was like gray print. So if that matters to you, I guess go to one or the other, although it's not like guaranteed that I think anything will be at any of them, so good luck. But that is it for this video. It's been a long 2 days, but it's been a lot of fun, and I really like vlogging. I like watching them back and remembering our trips together, and I hope you guys enjoy them too. So far, Chris and I have really been enjoying Maui, but definitely ready to relax the next couple of days. I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!